Hey guys, I thought I'd just do a quick video today, and if you remember a few videos back in my Sega haul video, I picked up this guy, a old black style Wii. I don't know if that's what you call it, but it is a black one rather than the white one. And I picked it up originally just because it was like 10 bucks, and I'm like, well, if I don't want to do anything with it, I'll probably just sell it or something. And I've always been very resistant to buying a Wii in the past, partly because I was kind of like a PlayStation guy back then when it first came out, and I wasn't really interested in like playing the new Mario game or whatever. But recently, I've been kind of looking into it a little bit more since I bought this thing, and I said, wow, this thing actually plays GameCube games too, which I did not know when I bought it. So I've actually got two new Nintendo libraries open to me with this thing. So I kind of got excited at that point. I'm like, well, let's see if there's any Wii games I want to pick up, and see if there's any good ones out there that I would actually enjoy. Because I know Wii has a really bad reputation for just having really a lot of bad games, shovelware, you could say. So I was still resistant to it. I was like, okay, I don't want to, pay a lot for this, new thing. I just want to, chill on it, and if I see games for it, I'll pick it up at the Goodwill or the thrift store or the pawn shop or whatever. So I was okay for like 2 weeks. 2 weeks I was going to the Goodwill, saying, oh, I just need a controller. If you remember, I didn't even have a controller for this thing, so I didn't know if it worked or not. But the only Wii controllers I found out in the wild were just kind of really beat up. It looks like a 5-year-old kid had ate or used it as a fork or something and thrown it on the floor. It's just disgusting, and I don't even want to touch it. They're nasty. So anyways, I finally just broke down. I got on eBay and I bought one of these cheap Chinese controllers. And you get the nunchuck and the whatever this thing's called for it was like $14 for like a brand new thing. I'm like, it's probably gonna be garbage, but at least I can see if this Wii actually works or not. So I got this, and it does work pretty well. The buttons actually feel decent. Probably not as good as a new Wii controller or an actual Wii controller, but it does the job. I'm not going to complain too much about it. And I actually found a classic style controller for it too. The same seller on eBay. They just get a bunch of these Chinese controllers in, and this one feels a little cheaper, and I only paid $8 for it new, so I can't really complain. But it also does the job. The thumbsticks feel all right and everything. And I ended up breaking down and getting a few games on eBay as well. But that was not before I tried to just get the hookups right, because I put it on my HD TV out here. So I bought one of these little guys. It's like a little HDMI converter for it. And it just plugs into the back here, like so. You put a HDMI thing in here. And I don't know if it's just this one or maybe all of them are just kind of crappy, but it did output to my TV, but the signal quality is not good. Like the picture was sharp and everything, but you could see kind of like vertical lines kind of moving over the screen, like a distortion pattern kind of. And I tried a bunch of different things. I cleaned this thing up and everything. I couldn't get it to look well. So I said, well, screw this. I'm just going to go give the local game store some business. And I got a component cable for it, which actually works really well. The picture looks super clean on my HD TV. And this was actually $15. This cost more than the actual unit I got. But it was worth it because, you got to have a good picture on your TV to play these games with. So that was it for the hardware. I got all set up finally. And then I started, looking at some game reviews, checking stuff out. And what else? I got some games on eBay, and I will show you those first. The first one I got was for the GameCube. Let me put this down for a sec. And we got the Metroid Prime, which I've never played. Obviously I've never owned a GameCube either, so I will be pretty excited to try these out. I've heard nothing but good things about these games. And I also, I found this at the local game store, Metroid Prime 2. And I also found Metroid Prime 3 at a local thrift store for just like $5. So I picked this one up. This one I paid like $15 for at the store. This one I got for like $12. So I'm already, investing some money in this thing, which originally I didn't want to do. But, I kind of feel like a little kid again with just like a new toy, and like, wow, there's all this stuff, that I can get for this new toy. What am I going to find, So I'm kind of learning about Wii myself right now. And I still don't know very much about like the really good games, but I have kind of zoned in on the ones that I really wanted, that really looked, like they'd be something I'd play actually. And I've been grabbing up some of those. Look at this, another one, Metroid Other M. And this one is dirt cheap on eBay. This is a sealed copy still. I got it for $8. And it looks really good. All these games get really good reviews too. So, I can't go wrong with these as far as I know. What else I got? Oh, I'm a Monster Hunter fan. So I got this one, Monster Hunter Tri. And this one I got off eBay for like $6.50, super cheap. And that's one thing I'm kind of noticing about Wii is most of the games are pretty reasonably priced. I probably got like some of the more expensive ones here. This is another one I found, Rune Factory Frontier. And I picked up this because it looks like a Harvest Moon game. And this was like getting a little more pricey. It's like $24. But still for like, for like a higher end price game on the system, $24 is reasonable, I think. But you can see I've been just kind of dumping some money on this on this Wii. I also picked up The Last Story, which I got because it looks like a Final Fantasy ripoff. Or maybe the guy that worked on Final Fantasy did this one. So I've not tried any of these either. These are all kind of new purchases. But I've noticed something about these Wii games. Xseed seems like a pretty heavy publisher on this Wii. I've noticed a lot of these games that I'm seeing that are more kind of like rarer games, I guess, that are or more sought after. They're all Xseed, which I think is kind of interesting. Usually I've seen like Xseeds are kind of like the games that no one else wanted to publish. It seems like a Majesco or something. But these games seem pretty decent. So those are the ones I've been buying off eBay lately. And these other ones I just found at the Goodwills. I've got this one I actually got today for like $5 because it's not Goodwill sale day, but I thought I'd give them a little business and get Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. Oh, let me put these up so you can see them too. Usually I do that. There we go. This one I found for $1 at the thrift store near us. Rapala Fishing Tournament. And I have not played these. I don't know what they are. I got another fishing game at a garage sale for $1. So, I'm kind of getting the cheap games too, just to try them out. But I really want to avoid going into a pattern where I'm getting just a lot of Wii shovelware, and I can tell you right now that's not going to happen. I don't have room for it. So I'm not going to go there if I can help it. This one I already showed you on the last video is SSX Blur. And I did try this one because I am a fan of these games. I have not gotten the controls, I have not gotten used to the controls at all. It is very different for me to play on a Wii joystick, I've got to say, with, you know, the motion, and then you're using the nunchuck at the same time. It is tricky for me. I'm not used to it. But I read that you just give it a few hours and you get used to it. We'll see. This one, Kirby, I got for $8 at the Goodwill, which was some big spending, but it actually turned out that $8 is a pretty good deal on this game, because my wife actually loves this game. Usually I cannot, pay her to play a game with me, but she actually asked to play this one without me even saying, like, hey, do you want to play a game? So that is very different. So I'm hoping that my evil plan of getting her to be a gamer someday will work. I just got to work on her a little more. And the last one I found at the Goodwills lately was Your Shape with Jenny McCarthy. And I know you, El Viejo Toro, will be especially jealous of this one, because look at this. You can use a little camera here and I guess work out with Jenny McCarthy. And this one actually is still sealed. Look at that, still sealed in its box, which meant no one cared enough to even try it. So it'll probably be fun to just pop it one day and see how horrible it is. But for $1.50, I thought I'd do it. And that is pretty much most of the stuff I got. But I left the best for last. This will be my first unboxing on one of my videos. Or not unboxing, unwrapping? I don't know. But this came in the mail today, and this is actually the Wii game that I've been lusting over since I was, first finding out what Wii games are out there. And you will see what it is. Open it up. We've got a copy of Xenoblade Chronicles. Now, I'm a huge fan of Xenosaga on the PS2, so when I saw this, I could not wait to get it. And this one is actually the most expensive game that I have purchased for this thing, but it is a nice complete version, as you can see. So this one I will be playing soon, probably. And this one I actually paid, I think, 38 bucks for. So I was getting a little up in the cash with this one. But these are all the games that I think I will, try to get for a while. The Last Story and Xenoblade. Those are going to hold me over for a while, I think. And I got a new console, got a bunch of games for it, and I added up all the money I've spent on this. Oh, I also found a Pikmin game actually at Goodwill, which I already sold, so I got a little money back from that. And I think I'm just about 210 bucks into this thing, which, I mean, for a different console with two different Nintendo libraries on it, I guess I can't really complain too much, considering a new Xbox costs much more than that, and you don't really get that many games on it anyway. But yeah, that's all I want to talk about today, and I will get back to you next time. Thanks for watching.